Hi, True Crime Alert family. God, I missed you guys. It's good to see you back. Thank you for joining me again. Love you guys. Love you guys. You know that. This is a video I really didn't want to make, but to finish my series of theories, as you will, I had to make this one. This one is going to be kind of sad, you guys. I have just went over and went over and went over this case. And I would love to keep hope alive. I'm really worried that maybe she never made it home. Because where this story starts, at by the time they got home, the flower planting and the putting things up and the washing the hands and you know what? Way too much detail. And it just doesn't sound right to me. So I wanted to show you guys what could happen in the blink of an eye. And so I'll go over it with you because it has happened before to other people. It could have definitely happened to them. Okay, let's go.
We'll keep reaching. So you have some in the bag too?
No, that's it. That's it.
In May, Gallatin police pulled over Ashley Beasley and Donald Stockton for altered tags, but what they found was more than 3 ounces of meth and their toddler in the back seat. Officers also discovered $10,000 in cash in the vehicle.
Drugs make people do crazy things. They need more money for more drugs so that they can keep the high. And so that does lead to the burglaries and the thefts.
In Antioch last October, Leslie Lucas and Lindsay Vincione were charged with aggravated child abuse after Metro Police say they overdosed and were unconscious in the middle of an intersection. Their 2-year-old daughter was in a car seat in the back seat of their SUV. The couple had reportedly snorted heroin and Xanax, and it took 3 doses of Narcan to revive them.
I mean, we may have, quite frankly, lost an entire generation to addiction. We have to look down the road to do what we can do to stop the next and the next and the next generation and have them an opportunity to recover from this.
TBI Special Agent Tommy Farmer is the director of the Dangerous Drugs Task Force. He says there's been a push in Tennessee to protect children from the trauma of drug use around them. That includes a new state law that requires harsher penalties for adults who knowingly expose children to drugs.
Our focus has to be on these children so that we can stop this pattern of reoccurring problems and reoccurring abuse.
In March, 44-year-old Kevin Howell was arrested for aggravated child neglect after he put heroin on a table in his Donaldson home and his 4-year-old son ingested it, rendering him unresponsive and in the hospital.
It's very rare that a child who...
Right there is where I'm thinking, when you get too high like that, you don't really know what you're doing anymore. I know this guy didn't have any idea that he left heroin on a table with a baby around because he was out of it. He was so high he wasn't able to make these kind of decisions because he was too high.
East Tennessee Children's Hospital says at least 3 patients under the age of 5 were treated after they ate gummies that were either CBD or laced with THC. The hospital says poison control centers nationwide are seeing an increase in similar calls that are tied to marijuana. As of May, there have been more than 1,700 CBD exposures reported to poison control centers. One doctor says the gummies are especially dangerous for children because they act as a strong sedative.
It's very sedating. So they are going to be sleepy, moving towards unresponsive, and then sometimes moving towards not really remembering that they need to breathe, where then it can be life-threatening to them.
Maybe God will bring her back, or I don't know, but statistically speaking.
And this bothers me too. Donald, why does he think she's dead? I know it's been a while, but this was taken earlier on. This wasn't taken recently. This video wasn't made recently. He was saying that since early on. So I don't know why.
I mean, there's a good chance she's already dead if you look at it statistically.
Mhm.
And I'm wondering, did Summer make it home? What do you guys think? Was this a safe and loving environment? I don't think so. Apparently not, because the boys have been taken too. And I can't tell you why they were taken, but CPS won't just come in and take them unless they have a reason to. They have guidelines they go by. So I don't know why, but I know that it was not a safe and loving environment. If it was safe and a loving environment, the boys would still be there. I don't know about Summer because we are not sure yet, but I know that the boys would still be there if it was a safe and loving environment. So, what was going on in this house? What's going on in this house now? I mean, look at that. That's Summer's bedroom. That little corner down there in this dark, dank looking underground cave was where this baby slept. Um, I'm an adult and that looks scary to me. Okay, I'm an adult and kids aren't scared as near as much as, you know, but to me, that is scary. That looks scary to me going down those stairs in the dark. It's almost pitch black going down there. See, there's where you go down the stairs. Now, this is the daytime, but I did see another video where they were going down and it was super dark, like you couldn't see until you got to the bottom. And you had to go through this little hole right here to go down those stairs. And even Candace had to back up and go down those stairs, and she had Chris do the same. It's a small area, it's not a big area. Did this baby try to go down those stairs by herself in a hurry, eating the candy that grandma gave her? Or did she even make it home? You know, I don't know, but this doesn't look like a safe environment to me. I see they have a lot of supplies there. I mean, they weren't going without, but I think how they were living was maybe where the danger came in at. Because, like I said, that man that left his heroin out on the table, I bet you, would have never done it if he wasn't high. He would not have done that sober, you guys. He didn't know what he was doing. I'm not making excuses for him, but I do know that when you're high as a kite, you have no idea what the hell you're doing. So how are you going to take care of a small child when you are incapable of taking care of yourself at that point? I mean, the first two with the baby in the back, they were almost dead. The second one that left the heroin out, he didn't know what he was doing. And what was going on in here? What was going on in here, Mom? Because I heard your phone call the other day. Sounded
I guess you guys are. I don't know what that road looks like, but if it's anything like where I grew up, it's pretty spread out. It's up a holler. Not a lot of close neighbors to talk to.
They've been all through there with a fine tooth comb.
Yeah.
Several times over. She's not in the area.
And again, why is he coming up with she is not in the area? He has been pushing that narrative early on. She's not here. She's been abducted and taken far, far away. She's not in the area. Cartel has taken her to Mexico. Everybody is taking her somewhere off that mountain. Because he keeps saying she's not in this area. Like he's certain of it. He acts like he's very, very certain of it, you guys. What does he know? Because I think him and Candace and Grandma all know. They know. And what do they know?
East Tennessee Children's Hospital says at least 3 patients under the age of 5 were treated after they ate gummies that were either CBD or laced with THC.
You know, I ate gummies when I was little. I freaking loved them. And this stuff looks like candy.
The hospital says poison control centers nationwide are seeing an increase in similar calls that are tied to marijuana. As of May, there have been more than 1,700 CBD exposures reported to poison control centers. One doctor says the gummies are especially dangerous for children because they act as a strong sedative.
It's very sedating. So they are going to be sleepy, moving towards unresponsive, and then sometimes moving towards not really remembering that they need to breathe, where then it can be life-threatening to them.
What happened?
I think that's all.
What happened that day, you guys? What happened? What happened? They know what happened. You know, I used to really be on team Dawn and Candace. I pushed everything thinking they were innocent and they were just being, you know, tormented by the media for no reason. And what turned me around was that phone call. When they called Mary, or when Candace called Mary drunk, oh my goodness, that was the biggest hoax I've ever seen in my life. And that's when I started thinking, you've been hooky dinky this whole time. Because these two know what they're doing. They're still doing it. And they know what happened to Summer. That's just how I feel right now, you guys. How do you feel about it? What do you think happened? Do you think the home was safe, loving environment? Do you think there was something that just happened in the blink of an eye? I think there could have been a quick accident like that. And I think she didn't make it home. I think all the rest is wash. I really do, and I hate to say that. But I just don't think she made it home. And I don't know what happened after that, but it seems to me the timeline is so off. The story is so off. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. And thanks for joining me. Bye for now. Stay true, people.